Whiskey. My name's BimPF, as you know. This is another live stream. I can't believe I'm doing 2 in as many weeks, which is utterly insane. But as Roy said last week, and I'm not coining this, but he said it's the Vin Pub. I'll take it. That's a little thing. I can't think I'll even remotely live up to his V Pubs, but hopefully a few of you will be coming in and enjoying it as we're going on. So today I'm doing another little test with my StreamYard thing up here. It's still on the free account, so we'll see how we get on with it. But today I'm going to be testing out with a guest. In fact, it's not even just a guest, it's technically 2 guests, 1 camera. So that's going to be a good thing to see how that goes along. But before we get them on the stream, I'll say hello to a few people that have dropped in, and we'll go from there, and then we'll talk about what we're doing, bring the guests in. How about that? So straight away, you'll know who these guys are in a moment. This is New Dram Drinker. I think Nikki's on the keyboard. So they'll be chatting away with you guys in the chat as well as with us, which is awesome. We've got Prestige Liquids WW. That's Andrew. He's over in in Australia, so he's just got up. Going to be watching this, hopefully. We've got Chris at the last drop. He says, "We want Dave. We want Dave." Someone did try to get me to go down the Dave route, but I can't keep a straight face, so I'm not going to do that. Who else have we got here? Whiskey Shared Toby. He's in. He was actually going to be part of the stream, bless him, but he's been a bit poorly, so we said we would catch him. He's going to be on my stream on the 21st, so we'll catch him another day. We've got Jason Whiskey Wise. He says, "Hey Vin, good to see you, buddy. It's a shame you're not really producing content much anymore, but completely understand, man. Looking forward to new videos when you actually get them." We got Mark Slinger in. Nice one, dude. Bourbon and a Baby, another channel. Definitely go and check that guy out. And I think that's about it for new guys in at the moment. Right, let's get Nikki and Ann in. I'm going to unmute them and bring them in. So let's see how that goes. You guys are in.
Hello, we're here.
So if you guys want to introduce yourself briefly, let us know what you are and what you do, and hopefully people will catch you and move across to you a bit.
Absolutely. We're New Dram Drinker. Our channel is primarily aimed at new people to whiskey, just trying to help get into it, learn how to drink it properly, learn how to not sound like an idiot when you're trying to pronounce any of the names. Yeah, this is Nikki, my partner in crime. And she's like a New Dram Drinker as well, so it's kind of the perfect fodder for the channel. Yeah. So she's doing some videos as well as I am, and my lad as well been doing a few. So it's going well. Yeah, we appreciate everyone that's been following us so far. Hopefully we can get a few more in. And thank you to this man here for having us on his channel. Much appreciated.
No problem. I mean, I've been obviously watching you guys for a bit. You guys are quite local to me as well, although we haven't met up in real life yet. It's definitely on the cards. Yeah. But I really like, I was saying to some other guys, I really like that you guys do something a little bit different. You know, what I do is probably a little bit of a cheat. I'm just weekly reviews and that's it. I don't really put up much general interest content. Something I'm looking at doing, but you guys have decided to go and do that kind of extra general interest content. Rather than just kind of taking the easy route like I have and doing the weekly content. I mean,
you're the one.
We're just not that good yet.
No, I think it's good. I think it's good. That's exactly what you need to do. And I was saying to you, Ant, off air on the thing, the video you did with your lad about not pronouncing things properly was just brilliant. I thought it was hilarious. I sat there laughing along the whole time. And I still maintain you should have put some of those out. Okay, so let's talk about what we're doing today, shall we? Some of you guys watching, especially the guys in the US, won't know who these are yet, but if you can see on my camera, this is the Bimber Distillery. Now, I suppose you two will be able to tell more about Bimber because you've actually been there, haven't you?
Yeah, a few months ago now we went there. Great place, great people. It's a bit of a strange one when you first, because we got a taxi from the main part of London, and it kind of takes you into a, what would you class it as?
Like a
industrial business estate, and you kind of think this isn't
lockups, garages, up and over doors.
Yeah, it's not what you would class as a distillery friendly place, but you walk in there and it's just so different, isn't it? It's really cool amazing. They're just, I think it was our first distillery tour, so we didn't know what to expect, but I think I said in that video, you just expect green fields and sheep and cows, and it's an industrial estate with skips and pallets and forklift trucks, but it's an amazing place. Anyone should go there. It's well worth a visit. I would recommend it highly.
It's funny you should say that about the.
You're going to go there at some point?
Definitely, yeah. I've been invited a couple of times, but it's at the moment. So where I work in an educational standpoint. So my holiday resets in October, so I don't have any time off to go to places at the minute. But I'm going to go for sure. And I was saying to someone, an American guy recently, who said I can't remember what distillery it was. I think it might have been Old Pulteney, but he said it was shockingly hard to get to. And I said, well, that's because when they set up, like hundreds of years ago, it was illegal. So they couldn't make it easily accessible because they wanted to hide themselves away, which I thought was really funny. But like today's current situation is that we want accessibility. So it's great to have something that's so accessible, even if it is a bit of a weird place. Like it's, I looked at it on the Google Maps, and it is a very industrial estate, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is. It's literally.
There's no bus. You can't train it there. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm just going to say hello to a couple more people who've just dropped in quickly, guys, and then we'll get on with some tasting. We've got Radikin, so thanks very much for coming in. Hopefully I've said your name right, Radek, maybe not. We have Nathan Crabtree in, which is awesome. He says a no-nonsense whiskey coin has arrived for him today. I think I've actually just lost the guests. Well, they've got the link, so they'll join us again when they can. Also, we've got Castmate. Boom, how's everybody? Well, Castmate unfortunately did stop making videos recently, but you should definitely go and check out his website and other social media stuff. He's still putting out content. We got Greg in. He's saying hello to everybody. Cheers for coming in, my man. I think you guys are in. I'm going to add you back. There you go. Are you back in again?
Yeah, we're back in. We dropped out for a minute.
No, that's okay. I think that's the beauty of this StreamYard stuff is you haven't got to jump through any hoops, have you? So if we do,
it's literally
straight in.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Greg says hi. We got Luna Aaron as well. Says hello. Tony Evans says hi. People are coming in. It's awesome. Max says cheers. Here we go. Farid, he's in.
Farid's in.
So about what we're talking about, direct them towards Farid. He will he'll answer the questions, but he says it's Central London people, not Timbuktu. He's quite right. Although today we had today I was lucky because in Coventry where I'm from, we had signalling errors. All the trains to London got halted, so it's a good job I wasn't visiting today. But I will come down. I will come down for sure. For sure. He's saying hello to everybody. Who might be jumping who's there? Yeah, we've caught up. Okay, so let's talk about the set then. So I didn't show the inside of this thing. I've got it all laid out still. We have got a slightly different set, haven't we? Only just.
Yeah, I think
we've got 2 lots to make.
Yes, that's right. So the new make, I'll go through all these. I'll put up a banner as well as we go through them. But we've got a new make. I don't think we'll try your normal new make. Well, I mean, you can if you want to be fair. And I won't try this other one I've got. We'll just go through the 5. We've got an ex-bourbon, 3 years, a virgin, 3 years, ex-sherry, 3 years, and a re-charred 3 years. You got all that?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So let's check out some Peated new make, shall we?
Yep, absolutely.
Which new make is doing it?
So we're doing the Peated new make.
Peated new make, yeah. So this was a new one for me. I don't know about you guys, but I've tried new make a couple of times now. In fact, I've got I love doing this, reaching down very unprofessionally. I've got some other new make here. That's the King's Barnes, and I've got Cotswolds new make as well. All very lovely. Yeah. But I've never tried a Peated new make before.
No, it was a new one on us, must admit.
The first thing I figured out about this was that it doesn't really smell that peaty to me.
Not at all.
No, it's sweeter if anything.
It smells really sweet.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of new make does smell like this, very floral, very malty, very cereally, that kind of thing.
Really interesting, though, isn't it?
Yeah, really interesting. It's like, I think the reason why I like the smell is because it reminds me of walking into a distillery. You know, you get that kind of.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it.
Yes.
I think that's exactly right. You know what you said, because when we walked into the Bimber, the first time we'd ever been into a distillery, it's that smell.
Yeah.
I hadn't put the two and two together, but it is that smell when you walk in.
Yeah.
And it kind of, I think the smell is very similar everywhere you go.
Yeah.
You get two new makes next to each other, you can sometimes tell the difference, especially if it's like a Springbank versus a kind of, as I say, Glenfiddich or something like that. You know, you can definitely tell the difference. But yeah, really nice. I'm going to just try some because there's no point really talking about the nose on something like this, I don't think. But now, here's something I thought was weird. And I remember saying this. I don't know if anyone's watching, checked out my Instagram feed, but I did a story tasting through this a little while ago. And I found this has got a kind of almost a gin-like quality to it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Do you think it's like because of the floral?
It's just the real spirit.
Because I think I always put floral too, like a gin.
Yeah, for sure. And I remember Farid, he got in touch with me when I said that, and I can't remember. I think he said he gets a muscat off of it. Which I have to admit, I'm not entirely sure what that tastes like, so I couldn't agree or disagree. But
nod along him.
But yeah, so for me, I kind of, and I don't really like gin, but I seem to like this, and there's definitely that slight peaty element to it as well. It isn't really overpowering, but it's there.
Would you say peaty or smoky?
Because it is a very interesting differentiation. I would say definitely more smoky, like a burnt log kind of thing. Yeah, it's not kind of like Freud, but it's definitely ashy side of it.
Yeah. In one of our videos, don't we say something? And you said, "Is it like licking?
Like licking a barbecue?"
I mean, one of the things I do when I'm talking about peat, I tend to talk through the stages of a bonfire. So, like, you've got like a nice warming peat, like Highland Park, which is like standing next to a burning bonfire. You've got Ardbeg, which is a bonfire that's stopped being on fire, but it's still alight. And then you've got like Lafroig, which is like you've just chucked a gallon of water onto a dead bonfire. You know, that kind of thing. That's what I always go. Farid says it was mezcal. I'm still not sure what that is, but sure. I think that's whatever you get is whatever you get, right?
Yeah. Can you expand on that? Mezcal.
Greg said he tried a few months ago for the first time and was amazed at how complex it was.
Asking what mezcal is.
Smokiness.
Yeah, there's a few comments coming up about mezcal.
Smoky, complex.
Smoky and complex. So.
Okay, so it's your drink, is it? This shows like how much I don't know about anything else other than whiskey.
I've never heard of mezcal before, to be honest, either. So not on your own.
Toby says it's tequila. So sure.
Oh, tequila.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Learning something new every day, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So do you like that? Would you say it's a nice new make for you? Definitely,
yeah. I mean, I haven't tried a new make I haven't liked, to be fair. Probably I say the only one I wouldn't say disliked. I didn't dislike it. It was just a bit weird. Was the Penderyn new make over in Wales, and they deliver it at like 92%. So that was a bit like you couldn't really taste anything. It was all right, but I wouldn't say I liked it. But yeah, every other new make I've tried, I thought it was pretty good. Definitely interested to see how things.
Yeah.
Well. Say that again, Nikki.
What's your favourite new make you've ever tried?
Favourite new make I've ever tried? Probably the Cotswolds, dare I say.
I would agree.
No, it's downstairs. I have got it here. There's just something really, really clever about what Cotswolds are doing.
Fruity.
I have to say. How do you feel like moving on to the next one? Because we don't want to talk about new make all night, do we? We want to talk about something.
No, there's plenty of us to talk about.
Now, so I've got the Ex-bourbon.
Ex-bourbon, okay.
You guys have got that, yeah? Oh, you're literally just cracking these open as well, aren't you?
You're just cracking them, yeah.
It's brand new. We never opened it before.
One thing I really enjoy about whiskey is opening and sharing whiskey.
Yeah.
I don't really like the whole keep it sealed and chuck it away for future whatever, because the future might never come, right? You know, why wait until later? Enjoy it now. And there's so much new stuff. Look, I accidentally shared that, but why not?
We got our notes from when we went to the distillery because we tried them there. So we
It'd be interesting to see if they're saying.
to see if it's changed or whether it's the same or.
So for the benefit of everyone watching, I've got my British Bourbon Society glass, and so is the next one. This is an ex-bourbon cask, 3 years old, and if I remember rightly, it's a first fill. I want to say first fill rather than virgin oak. So it's had bourbon in it, and it's ex-bourbon, and it's been refilled with their liquid. And this is the non-peated, right?
Yeah.
In fact, I think all the rest of the ones we're going to try today are non-peated. I do.
They are no. Re-charred probably about the closest you're going to get.
Yeah, I think so. So for me, I mean, I remember saying things like vanillas and oaks and things like that. Nothing like. There's nothing really peculiar about it, which is good. You know, it's very, very familiar nose.
You get some banana.
Yeah, I mean, there was. I got the tropical notes more on the second one, on the virgin oak one, but there were definitely the starts of it here. So, banana's a funny one for me because I can't eat bananas. I'm genuinely allergic to bananas. So yeah, so I can't. I remember what they smell like, but I can't remember what they taste like.
Number one.
I seem to find when I can smell banana on a whiskey that it always comes across as like a Nesquik kind of banana, not a fresh
thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of the things with tasting is understanding where that flavour has come from, isn't it? Because really, all you've got here is a bit of a bourbony flavour, the American oak, plus what was in the new make spirit.
Yeah.
No bananas were hurt in the making of this whiskey. So, like, where would we get bananas from? I think a lot of it comes from it's a similar thing to the vanilla-y notes and whatever they've put in there before. Obviously, there's been corn and rye and things like that all chucked in there. That could all have an influence to it. It's an interesting one.
You're a bit of a peppery as well. Bit of pepper.
It's less vanilla-y than I would imagine. I thought there'd be more like.
Yeah, because of the bourbon.
It's not. Yeah.
You think it's like quite vanilla-y then, or maybe not so much?
No, it's not. I was surprised. I thought it'd be more vanilla-y.
Yeah. For me, there's quite a lot of oak on it as well. I think a lot of.
Definitely. Yeah.
But not at all, especially on the nose and on the flavour. I mean, it's 51.2%.
Yeah, it doesn't come across like that, does it?
No, I don't think so.
Quite an easy, to be honest.
I think you answered it already. There was someone asking what batch we've got. Is that right?
I've got batch number one. That's what
Is that what you've got?
Yeah. Yes, I also have batch number one.
I think all of ours are batch number one, to be honest. All the ones we've got left.
Yeah, I think actually even my special peat. Oh, my special peat doesn't have a batch number.
Okay.
So
the one that we're not doing is
the other new make, isn't it?
Batch 140.
Okay. Interesting. I suppose it would be right because it's they'd have made quite a lot in the 3 years.
Yeah.
Whiskey Shared has got batch number one, but he doesn't say whether he's drinking it.
I don't think he is at the moment.
No, unfortunately, he's not drinking at the moment. He's a bit under the weather. So,
we want to know if Harry can let us know when these are going to actually be available or when their whiskies are going to actually be available. If you can, I know they were saying September, weren't they, at one point?
Yeah, it could be. It could bleed over into October, but I think they're very due to get involved in it. Hopefully, they'll let us know a bit ahead of time so that I can get something out on the channel.
Well, yeah, definitely. We would be nice to revisit this kind of video and review it together. Maybe have the same bottle and do a joint kind of opening. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, especially with the other guys in your because. Do you still call yourselves the? I forgot what you. Is it? It's not the Whiskey Family, is it? Is it the Whiskey Family?
The lifestyle. Oh, the
group that you guys have got together.
Oh, is it?
The Whiskey Paul.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys, especially, I've noticed you're the only ones really paying attention to Bimber. So it'll be good to get us all together probably, and maybe even get down there. That'd be good. I'd love to go.
That'd be good.
You need to do it.
Yeah, we're up for that 100%.
A couple of more people have dropped in as well. I've been trying not to ignore people. Whiskey Pilgrim dropping in to say hello. Cheers to everybody. Thanks for coming in, man.
Hey, guys.
We have. I saw somebody else. I'm sure. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Spirits People. He says, "What's up?" Yeah.
You're right, Johnny.
He was he was going to try and get on one of my streams at one point, but he's a traveling guy, so it's hard to pin down.
I think we're meeting up with him on Saturday in London, so I'll try and I'll have a word with him for you.
Perfect, definitely. Try and get one of his hats. They're really good.
Yeah, I'll give him a Chinese burn and make sure he joins you up on time.
He's really tall.
Yeah, he does. So.
Yeah, his first release will be in September, so that's good. We'll keep a lookout for that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm on that 100%.
Right, let's get this banner back up. There we go. It's this setup's really good, but I find it a bit fiddly when it's just me looking at it. So that's something I might feed back to the creators. They're good people. There's only 2 guys that run this StreamYard thing, 2 young lads from America, or maybe Canada, one of the 2, and they're really good at what they do.
It seems like a really good app, to be honest. How did you find it? Did you just happen upon it, or?
So true story. The guys who have been around on doing Whiskey Tube for a couple of years now, we have a bit of a chat on Twitter, and we've all been panicking because Google Hangout is dead, and it's the only other choice is this thing called OBS, Open Broadcasting Software, and as you guys found out with Chris, it's really hard to use. You can get some really professional results out of it, but you need a Bizzo computer with some high processing power. You need really high bandwidth, and it's just not easy. It's not easy to do. Spend hours setting it all up. Whereas Hangouts, you could just go at any time. But the big problem was this exact setup here with me and you guys. You could go live on your own, no problem, with normal YouTube, but you couldn't do conference calls anymore. And the other guys, Scotch 4 Dummies, who I haven't seen yet, we're a bit early for the Americans just yet. But they found this and said, this is a thing that might work for us. I was like, I'm on it. I'm going to test it. Let's go. So far, it's doing all right. There's a few little niggles that I don't like, but
they'll work. They'll line it out, aren't they, as it goes? Kind of in its it is a beta at the moment, isn't it? So it's
definitely,
it can definitely grow into what we want it to be. And I suppose with us using it, we'll help them kind of learn what we want from it as well, won't it?
Yeah. We've got a question in here from Luna Aaron. She says, is the name Bimber just a place name? I don't think it is, but Farid might be able to answer that question a bit more.
I just answered that. Bimber means moonshine in Polish. So it's not, she said, is it the area? They said, is it the area? It's not. It's the name of the distillery. It means moonshine in Polish.
There you go. It does. I guess it's the problem because the chat is live with us, but we're not live with the chat.
We're trying out. We're
keeping in California. So that's awesome. It must be like what it's lunchtime dramming for you. Awesome. I love that. You know, like we've got a guy in Australia who's just woken up. We've got us almost at the end of the day, and then we've got America just having their dinner. Maybe even having a dram for his lunch. And here's a guy. This is Whiskey Freedom. He says, my 3 favourite Midlands whiskey tubers are hanging out. Are you in Cov? You guys are in Solihull, right?
Yeah, we're not far away, are we? I mean, it's criminal we haven't met yet, really, to be honest. We're members in the same whiskey club, for crying out loud.
I don't find myself over there. That's the trouble. I went to Wolverhampton recently, but I haven't been over that way for a long time. Have you guys met Whiskey Freedom yet?
No, I'll keep on trying to. We've been trying to get a date where we can get down to see them, because literally where he is, Hampton Manor, is literally around the corner from us. So it's one of those things where
we were free and he was on holiday.
Yeah, he's been in Scotland for a while for the last few weeks, I think, doing a tour. So it's just one of those, isn't it? We will eventually. We'll have a big meet. We'll all get
there. His whiskey collection at the manor is superbly impressive.
Yes, I can
imagine. So maybe we should get together there one time, because it's not far from the train station, in fact.
Yeah, I've asked him if he could record a video there, and he was quite up for it. So maybe we could do something in his bar.
Yeah, definitely. Without that, I mean, he's up for that. I think he's up for expanding it a bit as well. But maybe down the line, I'd love to do some tastings down there, really. But we'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
The first
sorry, Nikki, carry on.
meet. I was going to say the first meet.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. We need to do more of that stuff, really. I always quote this. Roy famously says that I travel like a tree, so it's probably true.
I think.
Yeah, so Flying Star said he thinks that the founders are of Polish origin.
Darius is.
Yeah.
Dram Dude is saying that it's 1 in the afternoon there. And Steve A, he's saying it's and he is day dramming and it's mid-afternoon for them. So there you go. We're always around.
I applaud you all.
Yeah.
Dram away.
Putting in the
effort. I think what time is it with Andrew in Australia now? It's probably about 9 o'clock in the morning,
something like that.
Yeah, and he does half of his reviews at that time in the morning.
I know. He's got to, I suppose, because it's difficult for him to find an audience when it's a good time for him, because we're all asleep when it's a good time.
Yeah. Mind you, I fall asleep when I'm watching his videos.
Shots fired.
We have a lot of banter, me and Andrew do, so it's all good.
I'll wait for the comments.
Not being horrible. He knows. He'll give me just as much back in the comments.
We also have got Scotch for Dummies in. They must be having lunchtime drams, although they're a bit nearer to us, so it must be getting on for home time for them. Not buying the colours today, dude. I've got my dark side of the Glencairn on, but great to see you guys in. Let's talk about the third whiskey, shall we? I feel like I haven't drank anything in about 2 or 3 minutes. So
what are we doing now?
I have to remind myself what we've got. This is the Virgin Oak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let me throw that banner up so everyone knows what we're drinking.
All the feeling in your fingers.
I love that you guys are trying it. Fareed got in touch with me after I'd received the set about a week and a half after and said, "Oh, what did you think of it?" And I was like, "Dude, I haven't had the chance to open
it." Yeah.
I'm a bit OCD. I think I've mentioned it before in our videos that I'll get given something and it's like I need to hold on to it. It's like a gift, so it's like not opening your Christmas presents on Christmas Day. There's something strange with me that I like to appreciate that someone's giving it to me, or it's just one of mine.
Can I just say I'm not like that?
No.
Send as many people will open it on the day.
I do this thing where when I get a new bottle, even if I'm not intending to drink it that night, as soon as I get through the door or whatever, I'll crack the cork and break the seal, so that then it's done. Then I don't have to think about it. I don't sit there going, "Oh, should I open it? It might be worth some money."
No, it's a good call.
Yeah.
Have you got a bottle that you haven't opened? Have you got one that you saved?
What have I got? I'll tell you what I've got. Where is it? Here. Yeah. I'm not sure about this one yet. This is the Cotswolds Distillery, and this is the World Whiskey Forum 2018.
Oh yeah.
It's ex-bourbon cask. It's single cask. This is bottle 207 of 250.
Oh yeah.
And I've got 2 reasons why I haven't opened this. One, it was very expensive. It's about 75 quid, which is more than I usually spend on bottles.
Yeah.
But someone gave me a sample. I don't know what I've done with it now. It's around somewhere. And I'm going to review that sample instead of opening the bottle.
Yeah.
And then if I like it, I might open it.
Right.
But if I don't like it, then I'll probably just keep it, because that's definitely going to be worth some money one day.
Yeah. Are you tempted to go up to their festival they got next week?
I can't. I wish I could, but I'm too busy to go, unfortunately.
They've got a special blend for that, haven't they?
They have, yeah. We're definitely picking up that.
Was it a sherry or a port cask or something like that, was it? I can't quite remember which one it was.
No, I can't quite remember either, to be honest. That
definitely sounded like one that was up my street, but we're working, so it's I can't get up there, unfortunately. But.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, I'm not in the area, so I couldn't, but I do love it there. Say again, man.
Lovely place, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
When we got there, it was just so pretty. They've done so much with it as well, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, the first time I visited, because I've got another bottle back here. Actually, I do have another bottle of theirs that's sealed. One of their first bottles they released. I bought 2. and I went there when they were barely breaking ground, just to have a look at the site, and then I went just after it was opened, and then I went to a couple of years ago at Christmas, and I've been back since. I've done the bottling things where they call for people to help them bottling.
Yeah,
I did that when they were doing it underneath the stills in this little room. And I was the only one who turned up. It's true story. I was the only one who turned up, and I did all the stations on my own in this room for like 3 hours. But yeah, if anyone's down local to the Cotswolds, you can go there and you can earn yourself a bottle of not whiskey, gin, just by helping them out for 4 hours.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever get the call again, give us a shout. We'll come and help you.
Nice one. Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe
You won't be on your own.
Nice. Right. So this one here is the Virgin Oak, 53.1%, which I think might be the highest that I've got. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Ours is, I don't know whether I wrote it down wrong or whether ours is 53.7, but it might be the type.
I didn't write this down. I don't know if anyone can see. No,
Yeah.
This is my constant problem. No one can ever see what I'm holding up.
Yeah, yours. Yeah, it might be me reading it wrong.
Something around that.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just going to get this other one as well, if you've still got that in your glass. But it's like everything I loved about the last one, and a load more on top of that.
Amplified. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Cranked up.
Nice colour.
Yeah, really enjoying that. It's, I mean, what do you think about this one for vanillas, Nikki?
It's nice. You don't get that smack in the face. It is a really nice, I don't want to say smooth, but when you smell it, you just think, I'm going to like this one. You know, and you just know.
It's got like a honey.
Smells
honey
nice.
heavy.
Yeah. Nice. Smells really nice. And not 53%.
No, it really doesn't. I mean, it definitely tastes it, I think. This is the first one I think really does taste it.
Yeah.
But it's for me, it's just a classic bourbon barrel. Well, so I shouldn't say Virgin Oak, but you know what I mean? American oak influence. Yeah. It's kind of bourbon-y like, but obviously the remake, but
it's still quite easy to drink considering how strong it is. Yeah.
I think that's a lot to do with us getting used to it, though, to be fair. I worry about the ABVs I drink sometimes.
Yeah. But it feels like a really nice, classy drink, you know, like there's a lot to it. It feels rich and nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite.
I found that although the finish is quite long and spicy,
a
lot of those initial kind of oaky influence flavors tend to disappear quite quickly and leave that spiciness on the back end.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
I've definitely got a lot of pepper as it disappears on your tongue. It kind of leaves a peppery kind of feel.
Yeah. When I was trying this the first time round, this was my favourite at this point. As I went on, I think I'd have to remember now, but I think I preferred the Re-charred by the end. But
That was mine.
I'm on a massive bourbon kick at the minute. Like in my queue down here to review, I've got it's probably about 70% bourbons coming up that I've got. And I'm making up the rest of it with all the samples and stuff that I've got.
Anything really interesting?
Well, I don't know about that, to be fair. I'll tell you one thing I did pick up, very unlike me, is the Jack Daniel's single barrel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't stand Jack Daniel's. Hate it. But this is really good.
However,
I really liked it, especially because I got it for 25 quid instead of 50. But that's just
really good.
And you like it? Yeah,
you guys
nice.
Sorry, say that one.
And you enjoy that?
You say?
Yeah. You enjoy the Jack Daniel's?
Very much so. Yeah, really, really nice. It tastes like a proper bourbon rather than a mixer's.
Yeah.
Like Jack Daniel's is. You know, it's not designed for people like us. It's designed for like pubs that are 12 and things like that. So.
Yeah. That's good.
I'm going to actually pour some more. We're on the Virgin, aren't we?
Yeah, it's really nice. It is really nice.
Yeah. Greg's asking, it's not too oaky, that one. And I said, no, not really. It's very oaky. I wouldn't say too oaky.
I'd say you can definitely get the wood off it, but it doesn't come across as too much.
And it's quite creamy. Like it's
oily.
Yes, there's a thick coating to, you know, the finish is really nice.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I would quite happily drink this, I think, and that's what I find really interested about the kind of Bimber vibe in general.
Yeah.
A lot of people think our 3-year-old whiskey isn't worth its salt, but that's just what's been coming out of Scotland for so many years, right? They do this thing where they get the refill, they call it refill, then they call it, first fill, and then refill, and then third and fourth, and they just flog to death. And what comes out after 3 years is this really pale nothingness. But when you take care with your cask selection, and you take care with it all, and you're not trying to put out 1 million bottles, you're trying to put out 100 bottles of something quality. Then you get stuff like this. I think that's very drinkable at 3 years.
It might sound really kind of weird to say, but you can almost taste the love that's gone into it, and the thought, and they genuinely are whiskey lovers themselves. I mean, that definitely comes across when you go to the distillery.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, they do genuinely. They live in the life, and they do love it. And it's all about giving us the best whiskey that they can make for us, and it is for us.
Yeah.
You know, they're making it for themselves. They're making it for us to be able to drink, and you definitely get that feeling.
And he's very passionate about where he came from. So he talks about 3rd generation moonshiner. I'm making whiskey the way it should be made. You know, they're breaking the rules, but going back to the old stuff like actual open fires to heat the stills and stuff. So you can see where it's coming from, or where it's come from. Yeah.
There's method in the madness.
Yeah.
As they say.
Yeah.
I'm just going to show this comment from Whiskey Freedom. He said, "I've only just realised you're on the split screen." He thought I think that might be the black background. Maybe I need to dull that down a little bit and make it a different colour. That's good. I like that.
You put her arm around you.
Yeah. This way. Opposite.
There you can prove that it doesn't. We're not in the same room.
No.
Yeah. I'm not even sure how to change the background. You know, that's a problem for another day.
You can do, like you say, it's something to work on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Relatively easy to do, though, isn't it? I mean, I'm amazed at how. I can't imagine this won't take off, to be honest.
Yeah, and they're hoping it will. They're still quite small, so a massive influx of people will only hurt them, I think. But they're getting there because it's all powered on their end. You know, they've got this server that they deal with it on their end. I think I am going to do a purchase. I think I need to do more of these live streams, so I'm going to be on that. But you can
have you not really ventured into live streams that often, then, Vin? Or I've seen all your review videos, but like I say, your lives are probably going to go up in quantity. No.
Yeah, I think so, and it's what people want to see. You know, they want. It's all well and good me sitting in front of the camera doing an edit, putting out some stuff. That's fine. But it takes away that kind of interaction with the people that want to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
I really like this kind of thing. You know, the warts and all. Let's say, you know, if you make a mistake, so what? And the community really, really likes it. So it's good. It's good.
We joined onto YouTube just at the time that they changed all the you had to have 1,000 subscribers to be able to go live, and it was it put us off a little bit because we did enjoy it. It was going to be part of our channel, quite a big. We were going to do like live chit chats, but
which is what we
when they changed all of the parameters, it kind of threw us for a loop a little bit. So we kind of just went to the editing kind of recorded video, but we would like to get back to doing more chit chats. So hopefully, if this does work out, we can do it.
Yeah, and it's because it's a free account to start with. I'm still on the free account now, and it's risk free. I would say.
What does the paid one give you? Does the paid one give you any more tools?
Yeah, it's not a lot more. You get rid of this StreamYard logo, and you can put your own logo up there if you want. You get a bit more control over your branding and your banners. Like I can change our little things to this and this, but I can add more of those to it. And you can add overlays. So this is an overlay here, but I can make my own. Make it a bit more professional. I think the other thing you can do, which is cool, if you pay for the account and you pay for this thing called Restream, you can stream to everywhere at once. So you can do YouTube and Facebook.
Oh.
I think there's some other places as well. But you can just do what we're doing now, but it appears on Facebook, it appears on YouTube, and you capture everybody. But I think the most important thing is that you're supporting a small business, right? So they need us, I think. At the moment, they're supported quite nicely, but if they start getting too many people doing the free account, then we'll see.
I suppose a good thing to put out onto the chat would be what they think of it. Just put out and see what they think. See what the chat thinks.
Yeah, definitely. We have Jimmy Jazz has popped in. He's a bit of a dude. He says he's off to Bimber next month, which is cool.
Hey, there you go. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it. Tell him we said hello.
And Scotch 4 Dummies have said that I've started something. All the tubers are using it now. Well, I don't think I did start it, to be fair. I might have been the first to give it a go, but it was definitely the Scotch 4 Dummies that found it. So massive. Because I was looking for this.
Much appreciated.
I said to Roy once, if it isn't easy, I won't do it. So
I think that's the essence of it, isn't it? It has to be easy, doesn't it? It can't be too hard because it'll put too many people off.
Definitely. I'm just going to run through the screens quickly to show. I think it's Drew on. I'll show him just the screens while we're chatting. But yeah, so we've got a single screen. Now, obviously, you'll be able to still hear Nikki and Ant if they talk, but I can mute them if I want. We've got a dual screen like this, which I didn't like. I thought that was a bit weird.
Yeah, I think we'd have to be squashed together like Siamese twins.
I've put this one for us, but I can also make me bigger and them smaller, and that will also they'll stack up if there was more people in this stream. You can't see it now, but there's a next one where I can share my screen. I can have us both in the thing and I'm also sharing a screen, and then I can do a full screen share screen. But you can have 10 people in the broadcast window, but 6 on screen at any one time, and just keep chopping and changing them. Really clever.
That must become more time consuming during the chat for you than
I think the one of the things that they're working on is like right now, obviously we're both on the screen together. But what that doesn't give is the person who's not talking a quick rest to like rub their nose or wipe their face like I have to do, or whatever. That they're working on that because that's what Google Hangouts used to do, and that's what people migrate over to them want. I can do that. I'm okay with this setup, but it would be nice to have a little break, to have a little sip of water or something like that, wouldn't it?
Because it used to cut to the person who was talking, didn't it? If I remember right.
That's right. Yeah, exactly that. Society Dwellers in. He says, "Evening, everybody."
Evening.
Yeah. Let's get the next one on the go. What do you reckon? Did we talk enough about that one? I think we did, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely. Like
which one would you say was your favourite so far? That one.
That one.
My favourite one was the Virgin Oak so far. Yeah. Definitely. It's got everything going for it for me. It's more of that flavour that I got before, but it really shows the impact that proper new oak can have on whiskey. Much more Scottish distilleries did it.
Would you buy a bottle of that?
Yes. I dread to think how much it would be at cask strength. It may not have the same flavour as the if it was down at 40%, but I'd be willing to give it a go for sure.
It'd be nice. It'd be a jewel in the crown, wouldn't it?
Yes. This one, the next one, I've already thrown it up on the screen. The ex-sherry. In fact, I'll tell you what I've done. I've lost our names somehow. That's weird.
I think they probably know by now.
Yeah. That's really strange. Problem for another day.
That's what this is for. Working out the kinks.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I will say, like, you've seen Roy's live streams, right? Something goes wrong every time. So it's no matter what you do, no matter how polished you are, no matter how practiced you are, something will go wrong. But that's the beauty of live streams.
That's it, mate. Everybody understands.
Yeah. They'll be chilled about it.
Yeah.
This one, the ex-sherry, when I received this, I was worried about it because I'm notorious for getting sulphur on sherry drams, and I was worried I wouldn't like it. Thankfully, none of that for me at all. And this is like, for me, it's like a masterclass in what sherry influence does to a whiskey. Because it's so different to what we had last time, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So different. Really juicy. Lots of. I mean, you usually get dried fruits, but it's actually kind of juicy, isn't it? This time instead of
like raisins, real plump.
yeah, yeah.
Almost like biscuity kind of.
Yeah.
Raisiny, like a Garibaldi kind of. You know what a Garibaldi is? It's like
we called them fry biscuits when we were growing up.
Yeah, my granddad always used to eat them, but it just
yeah, just that. It's
yeah.
I think it's because it's well, quote unquote, so young. It's like still getting that malty vibe from the age of it.
Yeah,
I think it really mixes well. Yeah, I mean, now that you said it, I'm really picking up
my water. Maybe I just need water.
Definitely a good thing to do with the water.
Yeah.
I've got my glass here.
I made a mistake on one of the lives that we did. I progressively got more drunk as the video went on. It was like a 2-hour live stream, and I was just like basically on the floor by the end of it.
Definitely pace. I mean, I remember one of the first big shows I went to in London. I went with a friend, and he had to wake me up in Coventry when I got back because I was done for. But now, I mean, last year I went. I did end up using the spittoons, which some don't like doing. But if you want to try, there's like 1,000 whiskies to try. If you want to try a local, and what we did was the resounding one we tried was the Suntory Toki, I think it's called, something like that.
Oh yeah.
It's not very good. It's all right, but it's not as good as the other Japanese whiskey. So we went, thanks for that. But there's no point finishing it if you don't like it, right?
No, because there's plenty of others that you're going to like, isn't there?
Yeah. There's a few people talking about sherries on here. So I think I missed the one that I was going to share. I don't know where that's gone. But yeah, whatever. There's a question here. Have you done a PX or versus Oloroso comparison? No, I haven't yet. I don't tend to do much sherried whiskey to have them to be able to compare, but it is something I would like to try. I have tried the actual sherries of both of those. I've tried a PX and I've tried an Oloroso sherry, and they are very different, which is good. I like that. I like that.
I'm sure we haven't done one either, but I'm sure it will be something I do because I do love a sherry.
Yeah.
I do love a sherried whiskey.
You've got a sweet tooth, haven't you?
It's
this one isn't too sweet, actually. There's not a lot in the taste.
It's, I mean, it's for me, it's definitely noticeably sweeter than the last one, but it's not overly sweet.
It's like raisins.
Yeah. Spirits people says he can't do too much sherry. Well, I get that for sure. It's not my flavour of choice right now. Peat is, but yeah, and he also says Toki is no bueno.
Yeah.
It is no bueno. It is no bueno. Right, let me throw this back up again so people know what we're drinking. Powering through it. Yeah. Okay. So you guys said you get some fruits on it. Get some definitely sherry notes. What about for me? I always get stuff like brown sugar is a good one.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Family, isn't it? It's almost like a pie that's got the brown sugar with the fruit, like a fruit pie, cherry pie. That kind of.
It would be sweeter. I really was expecting like the sherry, the fruits.
You don't get too much sweetness.
Not too much sweetness at all.
No.
And I do not have a sweet tooth, so I would really notice if it was sweet. It doesn't feel as sweet as I thought it would be.
No, I think that's to its bonus, to be honest.
I would say
overly sherried. Well,
I would say rich rather than sherry.
Yeah, that's a good thing to say.
Like a port.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of that kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, not quite as deep.
It doesn't come across as sherry. It's got something else. Maybe like a fruit. Yeah. This is where our limited palate kicks in because we should struggle.
I think it's quite drying. It's making my tongue go.
Yeah, but that's a good thing to say because this is where it should start out really. Like if you read the back of a packet, they come out with all kinds of rubbish on the back of these things, don't they? Saying what you can taste and smell. But yeah, I completely agree with that. It's you're getting more of that biscuity stuff. It is quite drying on the finish, for sure. Makes me want to drink more of it immediately after, which is a bad maybe. But
it seems to hang around a lot as well. I've still can taste it now. It's kind of coated my mouth, and it's not disappearing very quickly. It's got a long finish on it.
Yeah.
Very long finish.
Really nice. Steve A is asking if I'm coming to Austin in October. Yes, I am going to be in Austin in October, which is the first bit of traveling I'm doing in the next couple of months. That's going to be awesome. Can't wait for that. Luna Aaron saying, and others, how would you describe Palo Cortado influence? I'm not really sure what that means, to be honest.
That's beyond our comprehension.
And me, I'm extremely limited to whiskey, so I'm only really branching out into rums and stuff and other bits and bobs, but not a lot. I don't know much about anything else.
No.
Whiskey Freedom's asking you guys, what new whiskey have you tried recently that's lit up your world?
I said the Balvenie. I'm putting the Balvenie Caribbean.
Yeah, you like that, didn't you?
That was a new one for me. I don't drink rum, but I'm wondering whether now I drink whiskey, whether I could drink rum. Because I really liked the Balvenie Caribbean cask. There was something about it that just went. And I really liked that.
I think mine was probably the Scallywag.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
But that's my sweetness. I love the sweet flavours. So I bought that just on, when Amazon had their Prime.
Yeah.
I bought a bottle of that, and I love it. Love every minute of it. So, and the Glenfarclas 105, which you recommended to me, Vin, that is
it's a good one, that, isn't it? It's a good one.
Awesome. Yeah. Love every
the Abalawa Abuna or Abuna.
Yeah.
Price up, but now the 105 never fails to amaze me.
Yeah.
So good.
I think I bought the box set that comes with 2 little miniatures underneath. I can't remember which one, but I haven't tried them yet. But I think
who bought it?
Oh, Nicola. She bought it for my birthday. But it's
so next time, can you recommend a cheaper whiskey?
Definitely can. I mean, you tried the Scallywag, but the rest of the remarkable regional malts range from Douglas Lang are all very good value. My least favourite is the Epicurean, bit boring, but especially if you want to get into peat, the Big Peat and the Rock Island, as it's called now, very good. Very good indeed.
It used to be Rock Oyster, didn't it?
Rock Oyster, yeah. And that's annoyed a lot of the die-hard fans, but they'll get over it.
You like that one, yeah?
Yeah, I really like that.
Well worth the purchase.
Definitely. And I might even have a drib or drab left over. So by the time we actually meet up in real life, I'll probably have a little care package for you.
Oh, thank you very much, mate. I'm sure there's nothing we've got that you haven't already got, but I'll make sure I've got something to give you.
You'd be surprised, I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years now. What's that, like nearly 100 reviews a year? So I'm getting on for 200 odd videos I've done, and I haven't even scratched the surface on what's available. It's crazy what's out there.
Madness, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
That's the one good thing about it. You don't struggle for content there.
No,
there's
not at all.
much that you can give. I mean, you get so many, I think we've said this in one of the other videos, that the generosity of the people who watch, who don't know us really, they know us through this screen, that are willing to send you drams, and just, it's amazing. That was the one thing that shocked us. I think the generosity almost kind of reaffirms your kind of your faith in humanity a little bit.
Definitely. And
people out there.
This guy on screen, he was one of them for sure. They're really, really generous guy. He's asking me, no, Sherry, have I abandoned Glengoyne? Haven't abandoned Glengoyne, no, but I haven't revisited since I went there. Whiskey Freedom is one of those real stand-up gents. It's a really funny thing, because when I started, I was very isolated. I just did my own thing in my bedroom and just got on with it. Because I had the only interactions I had with real whiskey drinkers have been really negative, really pretentious, and I wasn't that into kind of getting into the community. But then a few more people reached out, people like Roy and stuff like that reached out, and I started to realise that was only just really one very, very small part of the community, and that's what happens with everything. There's always one small pretentious part, and everyone else is usually quite nice. And I'm finding that more and more with whiskey, especially the people in the YouTube community and the people that watch. You're all brilliant. I said to you guys before, the the summer months are always hard for us. You'll notice, because you haven't done your first Christmas yet, have you?
Not yet, no.
Yeah, Christmas is lovely. It's just the spike is like this, and then it slowly drops off, and I've been losing viewers every week since Christmas now, and it'll pick up again. But it's very disheartening in summer, because all the people just disappear, but all of the best people stay.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the thing. When you do your live chats and you see all the names pop up that you know, and I think it's just the community that makes you feel that you've got around you is amazing. I can't, in such a short time. I mean, you've been doing it for 3 years now. I mean, you've done so well. I take my hat off to how well you've done. You know, you've done fantastic.
Well, the funny thing was that I mean, I started out just like you guys did. You know, it took me 35 weeks to get my first 100 subscribers, which is huge. It's the best part of a year. And I remember sitting there thinking, like, I'd be like you guys are now, talking to somebody else with like 5,000 subscribers, thinking, good Lord, how am I ever going to do that? But hopefully one day, if you can stick at it, one day it'll be flip. You know, you'll be talking to some other people that have just started and going, don't worry about it, it's fine, just stick at it for 3 years.
I mean, hopefully, I mean, that's what we'd like to get to the point where, I mean, we don't do it for that, for the viewers. I think it's nice when your videos, you know, when you're editing for 6 to 8 hours and you want it to put a smile on as many people's faces as you can, kind of thing. So I think that's the main, and the feedback we've been getting has been positive. I suppose the more followers you get, the more negatives you get as well, I suppose. I know I've seen a few of the ones that you've said that you've had.
Well, I like to have a bit of a joke these days. There was a time when I remember when I got my first real negative feedback, and it really stuck with me, because at the time I was using a Tumblr, and I had this intro sequence that it came up. My mate made it for me, bless him. It was only an amateur thing, but it had a Tumblr with ice in it, and this guy laid into me. He was like, you don't know what you're talking about. The fact you use a tumbler, not a Glencairn, you clearly don't know what you're talking about. You've got you should never add ice to your whiskey. And I remember I sat there for about an hour after, just going, oh my God, what am I doing? He's probably right. And then I sat there, thought, do you know what? Like, just enjoy your drink however you want to enjoy it. I mean, I don't put ice in the drink, but so what? If you're around my house and I say, try this bottle, and you go, can I have ice in it? And I'll sort of say, maybe try it without first, and say, you get on after that, crack on, it's up to you. But if you're at a bar and you're ordering a drink, you do whatever you want with it. I'm all with that. But those
that's how I got into it. I needed, when I was having an old fashioned, I had to have soda water in it, like, because I was a wine drinker. I still like a glass of wine, but that was it. But because I wanted to drink whiskey, I had to have soda water in it. I couldn't, and then you just reduce the amount, and then obviously now I'm into drams. But it's a process, and I'd have hated it if somebody would have slated me for having soda water in it.
And the thing is, you'll find it happens, and somebody somewhere will watch you. If you did a video saying, this is what I drink, there'll be someone somewhere that goes, oh my God, I'm never watching that channel again. That's fair enough. You don't need those people in your life. They can go, and I mean, I often say, I do my videos for 5 minutes, and I talk about the distillery for like 1.5 minutes, and then do a tasting. And I've had someone reply to me saying, good God, man, get on with it. Like, dude,
just drink it.
I was like, you know what, you need to go and check out this guy who someone who does 60-second reviews if you have got like the attention span of a gnat. We've got a question here from Max. He says, anyone know a Japan only release? A Japan release that's got a good price. For me, they're getting worse and worse, but the Nika from the barrel still remains good value.
That's probably got to be about the best. It's about £30, £35 at the
moment. It's a half litre, but still, anything else?
The Harmony's come back on the market at about £67, I think, on Amazon.
It's shocking, that is. I mean, even I remember that being 50 quid when it came out.
But I think the fact that it's back on there at the moment is probably maybe a reason to do with it. I don't know. But
We did a Nika tasting where we tasted 6 different types of Nika, and Nika from the barrel was still my favourite.
Yeah.
Still my favourite.
I think that Nika Days bottle is horrendous.
No, I didn't like that at all.
Have you seen that one with the yellow kind of
sunflowery thing?
I've seen it, but I haven't tried it. No.
Horrendous. Just
Our opinion.
stick with Nika from
Nika
the barrel.
from the barrel is still
Yeah.
my favourite. Right. I think there was 6, wasn't there? 6 Nika.
Yeah, Nika from the barrel was
Still my
definitely
favourite.
the best one
Yeah.
by far.
Okay. Andy C says, evening, bit late to join. No problem at all, pal. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for joining at all.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
I wonder if there's any more questions. I've been missing the chat a little bit. It's difficult seeing going past.
Been following it.
Whiskey Freedom has asked, obviously, and you need to answer, anything that's lit your world up recently?
Anything that's lit my world up? I don't know.
In your studio.
Yeah, definitely.
And having a woman on your channel.
Yeah, I for the session. Oh, yeah, of course it was. I did make that joke beforehand. Nikki's the first woman on the channel, so there you go. You'll always be the first one. I'm just trying to think what if there's anything that has lit up my world. No, not really. I haven't had anything that's been like super amazing. I've had a lot of good stuff, but then most of it is right. You know, none of it's really terrible. I think I've done 4 whiskies that have been truly awful. But no, unfortunately, that's pretty sad. Really, I haven't had anything that's kind of really blown me away in a couple of months.
Yeah. Do you know from the first sip that the whiskey is an amazing whiskey, or
not necessarily? No, it depends, because if I'm doing a review on the channel, sometimes I review sample sizes, like a reach over. I've got here a boutique thing that's coming up. This is a South African 3 ships, 6-year-old.
South African?
Yeah, that's only 3 seals. So when that's gone, right? So I'll probably only do a basic review, but sometimes you'll get a bottle and it will change halfway down the bottle.
Yeah.
So I tend to give things the benefit of the doubt. Like I've got a great example here actually. The Balvenie triple cask 16-year-old.
Nice.
It's very, very light. When I first tried it, I thought, well, that's a bit boring, a bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
You know, it's only 40% as well, which is a bit of a shame. But as I'm drinking it more and more and finding more and more subtleties in it.
Yeah.
But you can't drink it after anything else. It's got to be first, otherwise.
Yeah, that's a big thing, isn't it?
We're learning now, aren't we?
Yeah. I've come in from work sometimes, and I've gone straight for the 105, and it's just too much.
Blown your head off.
From a cold start straight to the 105, it's just knocks me back too much, and I have to kind of work up to that. I think there's definitely what you've had for tea. If you have a drink after you've had your tea, everything can affect it. It's amazing, really, isn't it? Some bottles that we've thought were fantastic, we've had again a couple of months later and we haven't liked.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Yeah, it is weird. And our names have come up again somehow.
Cool.
Sure. Let's go on to the last one, shall we?
Last one. Re-charred.
This is the Re-charred. I'm looking forward to trying this one again.
This was my favourite when we were at the distillery. I'm excited to see, because I love the virgin oak so much tonight. I'm excited to see whether I still like the Re-charred as much.
Definitely, I think that's. I think I'm on board with you there, and I've got a wee bit left of the virgin to try side by side with it to see if we're different. Now I don't know much about this cask type. You might be able to tell me more, but I think it's probably similar to the STR barrels that Cotswolds do, the shaved toasted Re-charred. Is that right?
Yeah.
Did they know much about it when you were down there?
They brought out like a huge piece of wood and put it on the bar.
Basically showed us what it was. So, I think that's where we came to the when we had the conversation about it was like licking the wood.
Yeah. It smells nice.
Yeah.
It smells really nice.
Our biggest problem with the tour that we did was they were so happy to have us there that they were running over to when our train back home was going to be coming. So we were like trying to kind of just drink them all and kind of get a taste of it, but knowing that our train was half an hour away and we were 45 minutes further away, so it was We'd have loved to have
And we had
stayed.
2 cocktails before we even started the tour. Like, and they said, "Oh, have an old fashioned," and we were like, "Oh, happy days." And then they obviously started talking about some of the other stuff they did, the gins and stuff. So then we had a different cocktail, and we were just like, "Oh, hang on, let's just slow down a bit here."
It's,
and
yeah.
I think because we were the only people there as well. Apparently, there was 2 other people that had booked on that tour, but they didn't turn up. Apparently,
Yeah.
So we were on our own, and then you just, they just. Indulged just really.
And these places need us. So if you're booked in to go on a tour there,
but the bar area, can I just say, it's so cool. Like once you get over your hole, you walk up. You've seen in the video. It's a garage door. You walk in. The bar area is really cool, and it's the whole setup is lovely.
Yeah.
Considering it's about as big as my kitchen.
Yeah,
it is really lovely. Yeah, and they were really friendly, and I couldn't fault the whole setup at all, and it was really nice.
Well, we couldn't have asked for anything more for our first distillery tour,
no, not at all.
It was
other than we didn't leave without any actual whiskey, or we tried to pre-order them, and they said they wouldn't allow us to pre-order.
I think they'd sold out of one of the first batches that they'd got, so we didn't even have that. But we'll definitely have a bottle in the future.
Yeah, and maybe we'll go back, and it'll be in a different place because he wants to expand and. We talked about that on our video. He wants to do like a museum, and he's got all these huge ideas, and they got something really special. They are going to get huge. I have a feeling. Yeah.
When someone says something and you believe them.
Yeah.
He will do it.
Yeah.
He will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's important to have those people with that drive. Like someone said to me once, "Would I like to own a distillery?" And no, is the genuine answer to that.
Yeah.
It's so much work, and you have to dedicate yourself entirely to that product, and more power to the people that can be bothered with it, because it's not like the utopia would be that you just pay people to do it. If you had $1 million, then great, but at the start everyone's got to muck in, and I'm not sure I could be bothered to do that kind of lengthy hours, to be honest. So one day I'll do my own whiskey. I think I'll independently bottle it and get it, but I'm nowhere near doing that yet.
No.
I was going to say, yesterday when we went to the forest, I mean, that distillery literally is the size of my kitchen. Literally the whole thing, and the bar. But there's something really great what they've got, completely different to Bimber, but similar in the whole fact that they're newbies. But he literally is figuring out whiskey 1 cask at a time. He's not got any expertise. He's not called in anybody from Scotland. He's, you know what I mean? He does gin. He does gin really well, and they're winning amazing awards, which pays the bills. His passion is whiskey, and he even things like, obviously because it's in the middle of nowhere. You will see this when we do our video. Literally in the middle of nowhere. The sat nav said you're 6 minutes away, and we were like, what? Where? Fields? Sheep? Yeah. And he was saying just the logistics, like they don't run at full capacity for electric. Like their stills are running at like quarter power because they don't have full electric. They don't have capacity to get things up steps.
It's stuff you don't even think about.
Logistics, and I really felt for him. I so want Carl to succeed.
Yeah,
there is something beautiful and like honestly tiny. Again, 5 people that work there. Watch this space.
Definitely. And I think it's important for us to kind of get in touch with those kind of guys. I'm looking to go up to Cooper King in Yorkshire and White Peaks as well. Maybe we should organise that and go up as a little kind of YouTube contingent.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be good.
I think they need as much as we need them, to be honest. I mean, we want to do videos about them, and so like I think you've said in the past, it's like sometimes I don't realise how much that we can help them in a way by expanding the horizons of.
And I felt his vulnerability yesterday. It was like, we're like you. We haven't got a clue what he was like. He literally said, "I haven't got a clue what I'm doing, but it seems to be working." And we were just like, "That's how we feel about our channel." So you kind of like, you want them to succeed. You really, really want them to succeed. Yeah.
You got the drive, so.
Yeah.
Definitely. Couple of questions coming in. Luna Aaron says, so the distillery's in the London area. Yes, but it isn't in central London. It's a bit further out. I think I worked it out. It was from the station I would get into. It's about 45 minutes away from that. So it's not overly close.
We didn't we? It was about a 20-minute
Yeah,
25
about
minute
20 pound taxi from the centre of London.
Central London.
What train station would you get into? Would it be Marylebone?
No, it'd be Euston.
Euston.
Marylebone.
So from there, I'd struggle. I wouldn't struggle to get there, but I'd struggle to get there at a good time.
Yeah.
Which is why I've not been able to make it.
Yeah.
We had another one as well. Where's that gone? Oh yeah, there we go. Caskmate says, "Do you guys have whiskey writers you appreciate or follow?" Well, the funny thing is, blog isn't really my medium, which is why I didn't do it. I don't really have time to sit down there and read, but there are a few websites that I go to. Obviously, Malt Review is the classic one. They're on there all the time. And I also go on another one, which I think everyone should check out, called the Dramble. And they're really good because they do daily reviews, but what they'll do is at the bottom of their review, they'll say, don't just take our word for it, check out these guys as well. So you can put your reviews on their website. So my links are on there as well. I like them guys.
I think
how about you guys?
For me, there's one guy that I read that has just kind of got back into it. And it might be a coincidence, but his name's Caskmate.
Oh yeah,
Who's
that guy?
Yeah, he does some good blogs. He's got a good, he's got a painting and drinking channel as well, where he paints and drinks at the same time. And, it's purely by coincidence that it's Caskmate that asked that question, but you should go check him out because he's a fine blogger of whiskey.
True,
and
he's a fine blogger.
Yeah,
he was also a fine vlogger as well, and I was ashamed that he didn't carry on. But his videos, I really enjoyed his videos.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple of conversations with him about the fact that he should come back to the fray.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to. I think the thing with YouTube is you've got to want it, and if it's ever feeling like it's a chore, then taking a break is the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
Luna's saying, how about Serge Valentine? Sure, Whiskey Fun. I don't actually read Whiskey Fun very often, but that's not because I don't like his writing or anything like that. I think he's absolutely brilliant. I just genuinely don't have the time to sit and read text on screen much anymore. I've had a book that I've been reading for about 6 to 8 months now, and it's only just a normal size book. All of my free time goes on content for this and getting better at it. So one day.
For me, it's an avenue I haven't kind of ventured down yet, reading the blogs.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely something that I've got the time to do it, so I should do it. And I if anyone's got like recommendations for me to go and read, I will. Yeah. So pop them in the comments and I'll have a look.
I think we tend to get all our information from YouTube at the moment, or Instagram. Instagram is just, you find people and you like the look of their feed, and then you think, oh, they're local, or you know.
And Gregoire as well. I mean, his channel's good. He's of
course, Greg, Greg's Whiskey Guide in both French and English, which is really good. I like that.
Yeah, it's full of information.
Yeah, it's helping me because I'm trying to learn French right now. I say trying very poorly, not making much effort at it. It helps me to.
Come on, give.
Oh, I do have. It's a comedy one, but it's someone once said to me, "Où est le gars?" which I thought was really good. Nice northern accent on that.
That's in beginning there.
Yeah, I'm better at reading it than I am speaking it.
Go on, just for me, just say it. No like it, no latte.
Yeah. What's that from? That's from that Paddy McGuinness thing, isn't it? No like it, no light it. That one. Yeah. I did a video years ago where I feigned a Scottish accent on it, and I think that got me a few subscribers because it was so.
Is there anything that happened in your YouTube kind of journey that elevated your followers drastically, or?
Yeah, it was the White Walker video all over.
That was the one.
Yeah, I was at 2,500 subscribers, and I went to 5,000 in a matter of maybe 3 or 4 months. Yeah, it was huge, but it's been really slow since then. I mean, slow. Since that was like February, I hit 5,000 subscribers, and now I'm on 5,800. So it's been comparatively slow, but yeah, that was the one. I mean, other than that, Johnny Walker always wins. Talk about Johnny Walker. There's a guy called Social Sippers Club, Jeremy. Sipper Social, one of the two. He's done an amazing video where he goes through the entire Johnny Walker range, and he's had 500,000 viewers on that.
Wow.
People worldwide, people love Johnny Walker. I don't really like it that much. I like the black label,
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it really. It's just catching that thing like Roy did. How to pronounce Scotch whiskey. Yeah. And that's took off no end. I'm trying to think of who else. Did you see Food? Do you know who Food Queeg is?
Yeah. His wife leaving him in the background.
Yeah, and it was. The funny thing about that, when that went viral, and I saw that on viral websites, I was like, I know that guy. And I know him quite well now because we used to chat in the background.
Yeah.
And he, that's not what was going on. You know, I mean, sure, they weren't together, and she was leaving, but she's just there to do a few things. And he was like, "Well, I'm busy. I'm doing my thing. Just crack on." But yeah, the internet went nuts over that.
Still went viral.
yeah, and he did really well out of that. Although he doesn't monetize, so he didn't make any money. So yeah. I just realised we haven't really said anything about this whiskey. I know.
It's a good job we've got a bit left.
Yeah.
Should we reset and start again?
Yeah. So if we just start the stream from the top, right? So let's.
I'm going to say that at the distillery I tried this, and then Bimber came to the whiskey club in Birmingham and did an open house type thing. Both times the Re-charred was still my favourite. I'm going to say tonight, I'm not sure it is.
Okay.
Virgin Oak has just tipped it for me.
I think that's a fair thing to say. I mean, I think for me, it's definitely between those two, without a doubt.
It smells beautiful. Maybe my palate's changing. You know, I'm kind of waiting to get the next step up and just kind of feel a bit more. I can handle the tough stuff.
Yeah, and that will happen slowly, I think. It certainly has for me. I mean, when I started my channel, when I started my channel, I didn't even like peated whiskey. Couldn't stomach it at all. And now it's my favourite.
Yeah. You kind of got there really quick, and he's got such a sweet tooth. I do not have a sweet tooth at all. He's got a really sweet tooth. However, peated instantly, he just was like, "Oh, there's something about this." I could do smoky, and I think I've taken my first step into the Highland Park, shall we say, that level, and it's not awful. So I feel like I've just taken a little jump up this week.
But I loved the Dragon Legend. You don't like it, do you?
Didn't like it at all. No. I mean, I wasn't overly scathing about it, but I did say in the video that I don't recommend it. But that's just my palate, you know. And I said it again in the video. Like, I think I gave a bottle away in the end. But I would, if someone said to me now, "Do I like the Dragon Legend?" I would say no. But then I would say, for instance, you guys. Okay, you guys have liked it. Go and find out what they said, because you should never just follow one person's opinion. Scotch testimonies are a great example. There's two of them with two very different preferences on whiskey. When I started, I aligned more with Scott, and now I align more with Bart. And that's just how my palate has evolved over the years.
Yeah, I quite like that. It's quite exciting because obviously 6 months ago I didn't drink whiskey at all. Literally did not do whiskey. And I feel like I've done, you know, and I still like an Irish now, I'm not going to lie, but I feel like I've done the Irish and I've kind of moved on a little bit. And I find it quite exciting when I think, quite often Ant will have a drink and I'll be like, let me just have a sip. I'm not going to drink it. And I feel like this week, I feel like I've had a little jump and it's quite, it is exciting.
Yeah. There's just that many to try, isn't there?
Yeah, there really is. I saw someone comment on a post today saying, I've just started, where's the best place to start? And I feel like saying, I used to give people advice like, oh, try this, try that. But it's like, dude, just go into a shop and buy whatever one takes your fancy.
That's the thing, is
just go with it.
You have to draw a line in the sand, haven't you? Because then you know what you liked and what you didn't like from that one. It's a little bit easier to guide someone from a line. You know, you could go and buy a Lefroy, and if they don't like it, you could push them then into a different direction. But when they haven't tried anything, or all they've ever tried is a Jack Daniels or a Jim Beam or something, it's hard to direct them in any kind of way, isn't it? It's
definitely.
Tricky one.
Greg saying that he's at least responsible for helping me discover cognacs. Yeah, he did send me some, and I've still got those, Greg. I'm going to do a video on it at some point. I think maybe in August. I'm looking for a couple more videos to fill my August celebration. So maybe I'll do a cognac video because he sent me some incredible stuff. The best one of them I don't even have anymore because I opened it and drank it almost straight away. It was like a 42-year-old cognac, and I was like,
right,
I'm drinking that.
Yeah, we had a package from Greg who I come today, and it's we haven't opened it yet, but it's I dread to think. I dread to think what's in there because he's a generous whole fella.
I can, judging by what he sent me in that one package, you are in for a good old treat. He wouldn't just send you any old nonsense. Not with all that effort.
No, he's a fine chap.
Recommending me some easy peats as well.
Whiskey Freedom saying, "What's a tooth?" He's been naughty. I think he's been naughty.
Context, it's probably me.
Probably,
yeah. I think you said earlier that Anne doesn't have a sweet tooth.
Oh, sweet tooth.
Yeah. He's got to watch it because we'll be coming to his bar one day, and she'll be there. Watch it, Fraser. Watch it. She'll have you.
Whiskey Quest is in, and so is Welsh Toro. Dudes. I think that's it for new people. But right, so we didn't talk much about this one, but let's talk about favourites. So, Nikki, you've said that you think that the Virgin Oak's swinging it for you now.
Yeah, just tiny slightly. I'm really surprised, but I genuinely think the Virgin Oak for me was my favourite.
What do you think's done it this time? Why do you think it's gone the other way?
I have absolutely no idea. It's really interesting, isn't it?
Which was your favourite? This one last time?
Last time, the last twice I've drunk Bimber, the Re-charred was my favourite, hands down, because the sherry was just too sweet for me, so I liked that one. I think the Virgin, maybe I picked out a few more flavours. Maybe I felt the complexity a little bit more. There was just a bit more to it. I felt like it was really rich.
I would probably say for Nikki, speaking on your behalf, that she wanted to be so much into the peaty whiskies. That she was trying to search for a peaty whiskey that she thought she liked.
Smoky type.
And I think the Re-charred is definitely kind of pushes her into that. She liked it enough to think that that was probably her favourite. But now you know a little bit more. You know that actually it's all right just to like the Virgin Oak. That's not.
I think that was the one that had the most. I got the most out of the most flavours. I could. The nosing I had more than the others. So,
I would say Nick's biggest probably hurdle is that she thinks the more peatier you go, the more advanced you are in whiskey. You know what I mean?
I mean, I get that, but there's a lucky few that have gone straight out the bat with, and they just love like Lafroy. Especially in the US, I find, because that was one of the few things that made it over there in Prohibition as like a medicinal whiskey. So it's quite ingrained, that kind of Lafroy vibe, and a lot of people's granddads would have had it. But yeah, I mean, I had to really fight. I mean, here's a good example for you. Down here, there's literally whiskey everywhere in this room. This is the Ardbeg Koroviekin. I tried, not this one, but I tried the Ugadal maybe 5 years ago for the first time. Didn't know what it was, didn't like peat. Drank it and was just like, whoa, what is that awfulness? And it put me off for years. And I've had to do exactly what you're doing there, Nikki, and that's go really slowly into it, try the lighter stuff first and really build up to it. And that's admirable to keep trying, because one day you'll find one and you'll go, this is it. And for me, I think it was Kalila that really did that. Kalila 12-year-old is just fabulous. And that was my gateway, I think.
We'll have to get a ball.
So which is your favourite of tonight?
So my favourite, again, it's between those two. I think I'm leaning more towards the Re-charred today, because I found a bit more complexity in it. Like you were saying, for me, it was like there's some tropical notes to it that I didn't get last time. Maybe it's because I'm taking a bit more time. We've taken an hour and a half to do this tasting today. I did it on Instagram. I did it all within about half an hour. So I was just, but it really is a coin flip between that and the Virgin Oak. I think tomorrow the virgin would be my favourite. The day after the Re-charred might be my favourite.
It's the mood you're in at the time, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
I think mine would probably be the Re-charred, to be honest.
Okay.
Just because that's the mood I'm in at the moment. I'm just pushing more towards the peatier and the smoked kind of level. But I think, not being funny, I'd drink probably any of them on any
It's
day.
exciting, isn't
Absolutely.
It's not one that I thought, don't want to touch that again.
Yeah, even the sherry one, which I wasn't sure about the first time, but it's really good.
Yeah.
And I would genuinely buy a bottle of all of those things so far.
Yeah.
The only one I've still got left in here is the special Pete, but I won't go through that today. That'll be another thing for another day, because that's superb. That one. It's actually even higher, 59. It's either a 9 or a 4. I don't know, 59.2.
Yeah. That one that you haven't got is the new make, the standard make, and that's 60%.
Yeah.
It's a different batch. We've got two different new makes, haven't we?
We got the peated new make and the standard new make. So we'll save that for another day, maybe.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, I think that's probably a good chance to maybe wind it up. We're nearly an hour and a half. I think it's a good period of time. Thank you very much for you guys for coming on. If anyone didn't catch the start, do you want to give a quick about what you guys do?
Yeah, sure. I'll let you do it this time.
So we are New Dram Drinker. We set up our channel because when we first started drinking whiskey, we couldn't find anybody that was new to whiskey that talked about how you start whiskey. We were quite intimidated by lots of things. So we're just taking it slow. We're getting into whiskey. It's like really chilled. So yeah, that's us. I'm Nikki. This is Anthony.
Yeah. And can we say one thing before we go? Thank you to you, Vin, for having us on.
Yeah.
We really appreciate the support and just the fact that you've took a leap with us and joined us, let us join your kind of chat. We do appreciate it. Never underestimate how much we do appreciate your time.
Good fun.
Yeah, and all the help you've given us too on the chats and things like that and messaging and stuff. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you to this man.
Yeah,
thank
no
you.
problem at all. It's always welcoming. I had a good couple of leg ups when I just started. I think it's really important. I wouldn't let just any old rabble on the channel, that's for sure. So I make sure I checked you guys out, and you guys, all brilliant. There's a few people saying about meeting up. So we'll definitely get a meet up with Welsh Toro, if you know who Welsh Toro is.
We don't know Welsh Toro, to be honest. No, not that.
Yeah, you might rue the day you got him in your chat though, because if anything wrong, my God, you'll know it. But Welsh Toro, he's in local Birmingham, so we'll get a meet up together, I think, at some point for sure. But if anybody hasn't already gone to check out New Dram Drinker, make sure you head over to their channel and go and check them out. If you're watching this on the replay, thanks for sitting through an hour and a half of well, I was going to say nonsense then, but it wasn't really. It was really really informative and really good, I think. I think we've had a good old chat. But definitely go and check out. Do you know what? I was going to do it then. I was going to say Dave, but I can't bring myself to do it.
You've got to say it once.
No,
go on. Get it out your system.
No, I can't, honestly, because it's not my joke. I think that's what gets me.
Feed the masses. They all want you to say it.
Come on. We'll do it.
With Dave and Nikki, there you go, New Dram Drinker. Actually, I'm laughing already. I'm laughing inside. But yeah, thanks very much, guys, for coming on. It's been a real treat to have you. Hopefully, a few people go over and say hello to your channel.
Thank you very much. It's much appreciated, mate.
Stay on the camera, and I'll end up here. See you later, everybody.
See you, bye. Bye-bye. See you guys.
Going round.